Good evening, action and video fans. This is the General coming back at you with a couple of G.I. Joe pieces from the vault that we are intending to restore and fix and complete. Oh boy. Some pieces in this lineup more vintage than others, but you be the judge. Anyways, here we go. Some of these familiar faces include the 90s Gi Joe Ghoststriker. And as you can see, she's got lots of light exposure damage. As you can see, oh, there goes my sign. As you can see, the where the stickers used to be, that's what the real color of the whole plane should be. But what's cool about this piece, if you don't know, it's the only piece in the vintage line G.I. Joe aircraft fighter plane that actually has light and sound. And although maybe not as cherished and coveted as the Sky Striker and the Conquest, it does have light and sound. And no other ones in the vintage line have that kind of a thing going on. And of course, you know, it's a little bit more in tune with whatever sort of fighter styles were maybe going on at the time of. Next one beside him, oh yes, and as far as for parts too, yes, as you can see, the canopy, the top, tail stabilizer fin, two side missiles, and I think it had some, pretty sure it had some rocket, obviously rocket missiles or whatever such out of those launchers there. Oh yes, and two other missiles down there. And of course, in this rendition, we get a new version of Ace as the pilot for the stock pilot that comes with it. Over here is another classic piece too, a very cherished tank of all time. Again, it's probably about as much, I'd say, notoriety and reverence as the Mobat. But here it is, the Gi Joe Mauler tank, otherwise known as the MBT. And as you can see, it definitely takes a sort of a desert warfare kind of look of 1985. And as you can see, it's, you know, again, if you're a Joe fan, you know all the ins and outs of this piece. You know, so forth, so forth. And yes, the electronics actually work in this still. But yeah, no, it's definitely not in as bad shape as others I have seen. She's definitely got some light exposure, wear and tear, but, you know, otherwise, I'd say it's still a Mobat that could probably be saved. And given the value of these tanks when they're in working condition, and have all the parts, pieces, and of course, you know, the driver, it definitely helps. Finally, we have the Cobra Hurricane, and ooh-wee doggy, she's got a lot of some damage on her. As you can see, lots of light exposure damage. That used to be gray and everything. Now it's like a brownish gray and all these other kind of things. That's all the sun doing that. She was hanging in a window, probably her store window, and she's got a lot going on to fix on her. Whole pile of, you know, you got two missiles on the side. I think there was an attack drone up top and a whole bunch of missiles underneath. Oh yes, but we do have the pilot for it. Anyways, folks, stay tuned for more G.I. Joe updates and so forth. My camera is about to run out of time, so yeah, I gotta wrap this up. Damn Skippy. Check him out. General is out.